What is up, YouTube? It is Andrew here from the Heroic Play, and we got a GB battle report for you. We've got Order versus Farmers, and we've got here on the Order side of things, we've got Spigot, Grace, Harry the Hat, Pride, Fangtooth, and Brisket. On the Farmers are running Jackstraw, Thresher, Lamb, Honor, Windle, and Buckwheat. Looks like Reagan's gonna kick off here with Spigot. He's gonna dink it up against that wall here. Luckily, this wall is less than the range needed to snap the ball to somebody. Just checking that real quick. Popping the ball of light on Harry. Doing some focus allocation out here. Oh, geez. Sorry. Not focus. I've been playing too much War Machine. Influence allocation. And Order's going for, they can go for a 3-0 or a flex 2-2 with a force like this. My game plan is kind of the same. Going for a 2-2. Got enough planners, got enough reapers to kind of get everything going. Get the ball with Lamb, kick it back to Thresher and bank the momentum. Gonna pass the ball over to Spigot. Got him up over there with Harry. I believe Spigot's going to use his heroic to kick the ball back to Grace. Reagan's trying to get a good angle here to get the ball with as little crowd outs as possible and also make a goal with as least with the least amount of penalties. Reagan, friend to the channel, push dodges, goes for the goal, and makes it. Seeing where I can toss in the ball. Fortunately, my score tracker is out of the camera's view, but yeah, I go ahead, throw in the ball, and I just kill it. Against Order, I just want to see what he does to try and retrieve that ball right there in the corner. Get one of the most beautiful scatters I've ever seen in my life. Move up Honor. Plant a little marker for Windle. And the cool thing about Honor's update in the rules is that anywhere on the board, if a harvest marker is eaten, she can plant another one within 4, so you can do a little bit of shell gaming. Looks like Reagan's throwing a couple burn activations out here. Gonna go ahead and eat the marker with Windle. That way I can readjust that marker so it can go to where Buckwheat needs it. I think we pause clock here just to check and see what we can do. Oh, nope, never mind. Sorry. This is where Windle's also beating up Spigot, knocking him down, and we're keeping a hostage. So we really dunking on Spigot there, and then also just trying to get as much momentum as possible. Having a little app troubles, so we're counting the HP on a little piece of paper, and it looks like I left Spigot on about 3 or 4 HP and crowded out with a bunch of farmers. Not a good spot to be in, but that early goal does put the pressure on. Reagan leading with 4 VP. I'm still on 0. Moves Brisket up. And I think that's all he does with Brisket, just birdie activations here. And we measure, looks like Thresher is within range here. And you're about to see a little mistake on my part here. I thought Thresher had pushes instead of dodges. So you'll see Grace moving around, but no, I can't do that. It's actually supposed to be a dodge. Trying to walk Grace over as if I was playing Tapper, but unfortunately I'm playing Thresher. Find out that, oh, whoops, can't do that. Let's put it all back. And re-roll the results. And so yeah, we're just gonna see what we can do here. So moves Pride, he's just burning activations at this point. And so am I. I am setting up for next turn, just popping out some harvest markers. And keeping Jackstraw on that wing just so he can retrieve the ball if I need. Oh, I guess he didn't activate with Brisket. He just kicked to her to get her up on the board here. Again, a little pass back action. Just order things. Trying to get to that fast ground over there. Both sides have fast ground. Oh, and we measure and it looks like it's just out. He can't get the goal, but he can try and get the ball. And he's just going to snap the ball and stay in the corner. Seeing if Buckwheat can get something done next turn. And yeah. So we're going to do, we're going to carrot on a stick. Walk 4 and use our influence to sprint. Just set up for next turn. Checking cards for turn 2. Fangtooth gets ready for a retort on Thresher. I think I'm leading the momentum race here, so I'm going to play. Let's see here. I'm going to play, I can't read the card unfortunately, but I believe it's the one that reduces his kick. Trying to make it difficult for him. And this is where knowing thy enemy or remembering rules would be important. And you'll see here in a second after we do this influence allocation. Alright. Buckwheat just kicks Spigot in the head. Knocks him out. Measuring our distance if I use the push ability on him. And this is where knowing that Brisket has unpredictable movement is important. Fortunately, go up with Buckwheat and he unpredictables out. And I just make it to where he has to go directly back and again trying to make the goal hard for him. end my activation there. I think Regan's trying to get a push dodge. He needs his momentum so he can bonus time it. Goes for the goal. And makes it. So we just throw it short here, try and get it on Jackstraw. So yeah, it's 8-2 right now. It's looking a little rough here for the farmers. I think I do a little setup activation. V honor. Or no, did I kill Grace? Sorry, I killed Grace with Thresher. And then worried about the counter charge here. So I go and eclipse my model so that Pride can't see me. And just try and lay into Fangtooth. So now we've killed Grace and Spigot. So it's actually 8-4 now. Still scary because it's just one goal off. Believe he goes with Fangtooth or makes a counter attack and knocks me on the ground. No, he's just going with Fangtooth here, Prampa. Beating up Granddad. One thing I do need to learn is whenever I can heal Thresher, I should heal Thresher, because even though, you know, he's got a lot of boxes of HP, it doesn't necessarily stop him from being beaten up if people really, really allocate to him. So any chance you have to heal him, whether it's with Lamb's Warm Oven, or just spending 2 momentum, or resting with him on him for 1 momentum, definitely try and keep them topped up, just because if Granddad goes down, it's pretty rough. Go ahead and toss the harvest markers out. And I think I warm ovens, but I'm not sure. Go in on Brisket because she already used her dodge for unpredictable movement. Got a crowd out and start swinging. Checking to see if Jackstraw has a goal, because then we can put this game into overdrive. It'll be 8-8 if I can make this goal, but the issue is that with, you know, Spigot coming in on the wings and Grace coming in on the wings with the fast ground, it can get a little scary. So I'm not sure if I go for it, if I hide the pickle here. Yep, and I try and hide Jackstraw in an area that I believe is safe, but when it comes to order, they just have so much tech to get around the board. So, Reagan getting his dudes out so that they can jog back on the pitch. Granddad's in a bad way. He's knocked down. Got Harry and Fangers just beating him up. Grace comes in on the wing. Spig comes in on the wing. Realistically, I probably could have moved Jackstraw a little bit further back and just made it harder for him. Maybe I keep him by the wall instead of going for this wing play here. But, you know, hindsight's 2020. Drop our cards. Eat some harvest markers for some extra influence. Load up Granddad, and now I have a hard choice of, do I run away? I mean, realistically, any of us who win this turn has a hard choice, because Reagan can try and get the ball, or I try and hide the pickle, or I go with Granddad before he dies horribly to Fangtooth and Harry. He decides to go first with Fangtooth here, I believe, and beat up Granddad. And yeah, smart choice. Took 5 influence right out the pitch right there. Huge play by Reagan. He could have tried to get the ball, but instead decided just to take the influence off the pitch. And now I have to try and get rid of either Brisket, and I believe that's what I try and do here. And I do, yep. Yoink, take her off the field. So now I've taken out 3 of his team members, so I'm at 6 points. He's at 8, so still relatively close game. I put Windle up, so that way at least he's kind of in the way and can retort if someone goes to get the ball from Jackstraw. Goes in with Grace. Tries to strip the ball from Jackstraw. Gets it. Fortunately, I can't counter attack because next to an obstacle, and I think she's pretty high defense and has armor too, so didn't decide to go with the counterattack because I need my 1 momentum. Honor plants. Goes in with Spigot. Calls the ball back. I forgot he had that as his heroic. Gets the give and go. Tries to shoot the goal. But unfortunately misses the goal. And it goes right on the donkey. Go in with Lamb. Set up some harvest markers for the donkey. And yeah, when Order misses a pass or two or a goal or two, it gets real rough for them real quick. But other ways to victory, because Reagan took out Thresher. He was on 10 VP, 2 goals, and a takeout. So now he's just trying to see if he can beat up the Scarecrow. And I get the Scarecrow out here, just desperately trying to stay in the momentum race, which I am losing terribly. Trying again to desperately hide the pickle. But, or make a goal. See if I can just set up for next turn. But again, he's got Brisket coming out on the wings. Seeing if the donkey can hold on to that ball for dear life while he's towing that fast ground. Brings in Brisket on the wing. And we did measure again, that wall is not an inch, so you can attack over it. I bring in Thresher back into the play. Eat some harvest markers. Gets the ball back with Brisket. She has not used her legendary yet, so she might be able to make this goal if she can play with that ball of light. Passes the ball out, calls it back, gets the dodge, gets the momentum he needed from Attack of the Donkey, hits the goal. Good game.